Hello students, let us read this question. Find each of the following product. So in this question, we have to find out the given product. So first, let us consider the first example. It is 3 into minus 1. So let us consider the question here. So we have 3 into minus of 1. Now we know that when we multiply a positive and a negative integer, the product is always a negative integer. So here we can see that 3 is a positive integer and minus 1 is a negative integer. So the product will be always a negative integer. So it will be minus of, and 3 into 1 is again 3. So the answer for the first question comes out to be, answer for the first product is minus 3. Now let us consider the next product. It is minus 1 into 225. Minus 1 into 225. Here again we will use the same concept. One integer is negative, one integer is positive. So the answer will be a negative, product will be a negative integer. And 1 into 225 will give us minus of 225. So the product is minus of 225. Now the next is minus 21 into minus 30. So here we have minus 21 into minus 30. So now we know that when we multiply two negative integer, the product is a positive integer. So here the product will be a positive integer. Now if we multiply 21 and 30, we will get a 0. Then we can multiply it here. So 3 ones are 3 and 3 twos are 6. So it will be 630. So the product comes out to be 630. Now let us consider the fourth. We have minus 316 into minus 1. Minus 316 into minus 1. Here also we got two negative integers. So product will be a positive integer. Now 316 into 1 is again 316. Now let us consider the next example. We have minus 15 into 0 into minus 18. So it will be minus 15 into 0 into minus 18. Now let us solve this step by step. So let us first multiply minus 15 into 0. Now we know that multiplication of any number or any integer with 0 will give us 0. So minus 15 into 0 will give us 0 and into minus 18. Now again 0 into minus 18 will give us 0 again. So the answer for minus 15 into 0 into minus 18 comes out to be 0. Now let us consider the next example. So we have minus 12 into minus 11 into 10. Now we have minus 12 into minus 11 into 10. So let us first find the product of minus 12 into minus 11. Now as we know, product of two negative integer will give us product as positive. So 12 into 11 will give us 132 and it will be positive, and 132 into 10. So this will be 1320. So the product comes out to be 1320. Now let us consider the next example. So it is 9 into minus 3 into minus 6. 9 into minus 3 into minus 6. Here also let us first consider the product of two numbers. So we have a positive and a negative integer. So product will be a negative integer. And 9 into 3 is 27 into minus 6. Now we have two negative integers. So product will be a positive integer. And 26 into 6 is 162. So therefore the product of the numbers comes out to be 162. Now the next is minus 18 into minus 5 into minus 4. Minus 18 into minus 5 into minus 4. So it will be equal to, now let us consider the first two product of first two integers. since it is two integers are negative, so product will be a positive integer, and we know that 18 into 5 is 90, so it will be 90 into minus 4. Now again we have a positive and a negative integer, so it will be the answer will be a negative integer, and 90 into 40 will be 360. So product comes out to be minus of 360. So h. So here it will be h, and the next question will be I. We have minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3 into 4. So it is minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3 into 4. Let us consider the product of first two numbers. So minus 1 into minus 2 will give us 2, as both the integers are negative. So product will be a positive integer. Then then this will be minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4. Sorry, plus 4. Now 2 into minus 3 will give us negative integer, and 2 into 3 is 6. So it will be minus 6 into 4. Now this will be 6 into 4 is 24, and since one integer is negative, product will be negative. So product of these two integers comes out to be minus 24. And let us consider the next example here. It is minus 3 into minus 6 into minus 2 into minus 1. Minus 3 into minus 6 into minus 2 into minus 1. So this will be, if we find out the product of first two integers, since both are negative, it will be product will be positive. So it will be 18. 3 into 6 is 18. 18 into minus 2 into minus 1. Now 18 into minus 2 will be minus of 36 into minus 1. Minus 36 into minus 1 will give us 36. So product of the given integer comes out to be 36, positive of 36. So in this question, we have used the concept of product of positive and negative integer to find out the following product. So I hope you have understood it well, and thank you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.